Keeping it real, who that sports pod, legendary coach Rock, Dog 17, let's rock. Who that? Boss kick, black and gold, let's go. First and goal, from the one, best believe, we go punch. Punching in, hit them punch, with them Saints, watch us march. Down the field, down your throat, keeping it real, who that sports. Breaking news, interviews, open lines, just for you. Call in, join in. Who that nation? How you doing, baby? Come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson of the Come On In Sports Network and the host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast. Family. The doors are not open, so you already know. Come on in. What's going on, family? It's your boy, Dolph Jackson. Hey, family. Had to come at you today, baby. It's Sunday. Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast. We're live on the air, baby. The link is in the chat. If you want to jump on with your boy, Dolph, please feel free to do so. Come on. Let's talk Saints football. I don't have a script for today. I just wanted to come on and talk football, Saints football with the family. That's all your boy want to do. And I want to remind you, family, that we're following this. I will be live today also on Come On In NBA on the Come On In Sports Network, as we will be live streaming and calling Game 7, baby. That's it. It's win or go home time between the number 1 seeded Oklahoma City Thunder and the number 4 seeded Denver Nuggets. But enough about that, baby. It's all about who that right now. And as you can see, my headline, Spencer Rattler has an uphill battle ahead of him. Make no mistake about it, Spencer Rattler was not the choice of this regime. This is a new regime. Head coach Kellen Moore has identified, and he has put his hand on the shoulder of Tyler SHOUGH to say, you are my anointed one. What does that mean for Spencer Rattler? Will Spencer Rattler be given a fair opportunity to win the starting quarterback battle here in New Orleans that we are presuming that will be between Rattler, SHOUGH, and Jake Haener, and Dieter, the young quarterback they just signed, undrafted free agent, formerly of Iowa State? Many have said that it's crazy for the Saints not to have a veteran quarterback in that locker room. Not a one of these quarterbacks currently on the Saints roster have won a game in the National Football League. Not a one. Only 2 have playing experience, actual game experience in the NFL, and Haener and Rattler. Tyler SHOUGH, very, very talented young quarterback. Many say that, hearing Who That Nation, around the nation say, I didn't even hear about him until late in the draft process, right before the draft. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Does it really matter? Does it matter? What does matter is, can this young man play? Evidently, Kellen Moore and his staff, they have identified him as a player that they think can come in and succeed in the system that Kellen Moore is going to run. And also, Kellen Moore feels that he can adapt to the talents of this young quarterback and every quarterback currently on their roster. Now, I know there are reports out there circling around the internet about possibly Aaron Rodgers. Saints not bringing Aaron Rodgers in here. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, why would I want to come to New Orleans in a rebuild? Will it be a rebuild if Rodgers was to come? Well, we won't have that to worry about because Aaron Rodgers ain't coming. He ain't coming. And I, for one, do not want to prolong this anymore. We have to find our quarterback to lead us into the future, to future success. We have to find our franchise quarterback. I don't know if he's on this team right now. Right now, things are pointing in the direction of he's not until these young men get on the field in OTAs, minicamp, mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason games, regular season games, when the bullets are for real, when the intensity is picked up, when every play matters, when it's all about the W's and the L's. This is what is facing these young men. But as a young quarterback, this is a chance of a lifetime for Tyler SHOUGH, Spencer Rattler, Jake Haener. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. There's no incumbent. There's no wily veteran that sits atop the depth chart anymore. There's no speculation about when this veteran QB may come back. Oh, that's over with. Now it's all about these young men. Forget what naysayers and doubters say. Look no further than to the West Coast, where just the other day, a young man that was drafted lower than every quarterback currently on the New Orleans Saints roster, the top three, just signed a $245 million contract with 181 guaranteed. And by the way, this young man was the last selection in his draft class. Brock Purdy should serve as inspiration to every young quarterback that was not a high round selection. Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, Tyler SHOUGH. The entire nation, the NFL nation that is overlooking you guys. They think you are not capable. You're not ready. They are already looking toward next season to see who the Saints will be going after as their franchise quarterback, because they say that you three are not it. The only way to shut up those naysayers, those doubters, those haters, those who don't know your work ethic, those who don't know your drive and determination, is to go out there and handle your business. Iron sharpens iron. And if the Saints were to bring in a veteran quarterback, that would be good. Because right now, that room is very, very inexperienced. So with that being said, we got some family members in the chat. Let's meet the family who's in here. My brother Booker, how you doing? Come on in. Booker's in the building, baby. Nolans 504 is in the house. Nolans, what's going on, baby? Spencer Rattler should ask for a trade. I disagree. Spencer Rattler should go out there, play his ass off, and force the Saints' hand. And here's what I mean. You heard me say it last week. When I say force their hand, if Spencer Rattler goes out there and he outperforms Tyler SHOUGH and Jake Haener, and the New Orleans Saints still make Tyler SHOUGH or Jake Haener the starter, guess who just lost his team? Just guess whose days are numbered as head coach of the New Orleans Saints? You damn well better believe it. Kellen Moore would have lost this team just like that. Because like I said last week, we are not at every practice. We don't get to see every highlight. The team beat writers who cover the team on a daily basis with access to the team, they don't get to see every practice, only the portion of practice that is open to them and that they're allowed to film. But who does? Those assistant coaches, those trainers, management, but most importantly, the players. They will know who's the starter. They will know who should lead them in the battle and who they want to follow and fight for. They will know. And if this coaching staff, brand new coaching staff, makes the mistake that the last regime made and that this management has been making, with sticking with players just because they were selected in a certain round, a la Davenport, instead of keeping Trey Hendricks, we see how they went. And that's just one of many that the Saints have blundered. Kellen Moore cannot afford to blunder his first opportunity, his first impression on his team, and most importantly on Who Dat Nation. Because it's going to come out. The excellent group of reporters that cover this team, they're going to get down to it. They're going to see with their own eyes when they are allowed to see practice. They're going to hear from players. They're going to hear the chatter. If the wrong man is selected to lead this team in the battle. All right, who else we got in there? Samuel, how you doing? Samuel, come on in. Thank you for being here, Samuel. I want to thank each and every single person for joining me here for today's show. Ain't gonna keep you long, but hey, like I said, I just want to talk some Saints football with you. So that's my thoughts on this young battle going on right now, on the battle that's going on, that is ahead, family, for the starting QB job. My thing is, can this young man get in fair shape? Not just Spencer Rattler. Jake Hayner's on this team. Jake Hayner. You know, a lot of y'all out there laughing, but why? New system, new change, new terminology, new team, new staff, excuse me. Let's see. Maybe the Saints signed a Jim. Indeed, the former Iowa State quarterback. The young man, of course, you know his story, got suspended for betting $15 on his team. Lost eligibility in the NCAA, went to junior college, balled out. Saints gave him a try in the rookie minute camp, like what they saw, and they signed him. 4 inexperienced quarterbacks in the QB room. That's why moments ago we were talking about, hey, possibly bringing in a veteran. Do you bring in and bring back to New Orleans, if he wants to, a Teddy Bridgewater? We saw last year he signed with Detroit to come back and play with the Lions. Will he possibly consider coming back to the Big Easy, baby, to be that mentor, to be that leader in the locker room for that young quarterback room? So yeah, family, the Saints must handle this right. Kellen Moore must handle this right. He must handle it right. It has to be fair. And if you're about team and not about me, I'm going to say that again. If you're about team and not about me, even as a head coach, because make no doubt, there's no doubt about it, and make no mistakes. Coaches have just as big of egos as players. We're always talking about the egos that players have. But these coaches, a lot of coaches now in the football league, they have egos, big egos. Will Kellen Moore let his ego get in the way of him making the right and fair observation in determining who will be his very first starting quarterback, and hopefully only quarterback he would need for 10 or plus more years here in New Orleans? Who will it be? Is he even on the roster now? Or will the Saints be once again, highly invested in scouting the quarterbacks of next year's draft when that draft process comes around? The betting odds are that they will. But yet again, we're yet to play down a meaningful football. It's not even July yet. We're still in May. So let's see what happens. All right, Samuel, let's see. Samuel says, I'm ready. I'm ready. Drive August NFL football preseason. Free game. Jaguars Saints start time 12 p.m. August 17th. All right. So Samuel's dropping the preseason schedule, man. You got the Jaguars versus the Saints on the 17th. The Broncos and the Saints on the 23rd. So again, there's only 3 preseason games, man. So Samuel's excited. Samuel's ready, baby. He's ready for some football. And listen, the rebuild is here. We cry, a lot of us. We moaned, we cried, we begged the Saints. Listen, just tear it down. Just start all over. Well, the tear down is here. The building from scratch is here. It just really all came clear with the retirement of Derek Carr. And by the way, we go look at and read this article about if he was so hurt, so unable to play, why was his people calling around the NFL asking teams would they be interested in trading for him? The story just keeps getting bizarre. Now, we go take a look at a few articles. Also, let's talk about a young man who is very talented, but whose days on this team could be numbered. Kendre Miller. We talked about this young man before. No doubt in the talent of Kendre Miller. No doubt in the talent that Kendre Miller has. But there's one thing that continues to hunt Kendre Miller. Injuries, well, two things. Injuries and Kendre Miller. No one can deny the talent that this young man has. But son, you got to want it. You got to want it. You are one in the few. You are of the 1% who has made it to the National Football League, who is now living his dream in the National Football League. And right now, you're not living it to its fullest because of your health and also because of the way that you are digesting being in the NFL. In other words, it's time for Kendre Miller. It's time for you to become a professional. It's time for you to get more professional. It's time for you to take your job serious. It's time for you to go out there day in, day out in the running back room, film room, practice field, preseason games, regular season games, and ball your ass out and let your talent speak for itself. Because we all know how talented you are. But there are a lot of talented former NFL players who are no longer in the league. So talent alone won't keep you in this league. Determination, drive, want to, efforts, will. And there's a kid everybody's speaking about. University of Kansas. Devin Neal. Interesting to see. Just hearing this young man speak. He's hungry. He seems to be hungry. We will see when the lights come on. And another thing. You can't just be a practice player. You just can't be a practice player. When I mean practice player, you just can't shine in practice because you know the coverage that the defense running, or you know the plays that the offense is running. Because see, you will get exposed when the lights come on. Last couple seasons, there have been a lot of cap darlings who have not been able to carry that performance from the practice field to the game field when it counted. I'm not going to mention names. I know you sitting at home right now. You're mentioning people right now. Yeah, he talking about this person and that person. I'm not going to do that. I've done it enough. I really don't feel like doing it. So with that being said, family, let's get ready to take a look at one of the first articles of the day, courtesy of LouisianaSports.net and our brother over there, Ross Jackson. First thing we're gonna do, let's get rid of this. It seems like during this dead period in the NFL, you get a lot of people who just are looking for clicks. So they put out these bogus reports and stupid trade rumors. If it's not someone who is a fan of the Jets talking about the Jets going to trade for Chris Olave. A couple of days ago, we heard it. Another rumor, the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming to get Chris Olave. Why would the New Orleans Saints trade Chris Olave? The best receiver in their room right now. Why? Young, wide receiver, talented. Yes, he's had his injuries concerns, but when he's healthy, the kid produces. Is he a bona fide number one? I call him a borderline number one, but he's a high tier, second receiver. He has the ability and talent to become a number one receiver if he can stay healthy. Young Rashid Shaheed. Some think he's on a one-trick pony. I think there's more to the young man's game than just go deep. But there's an old saying, you keep doing it till they stop it. And since he's been in the National Football League, ain't too many teams been able to stop Rashid Shaheed from getting over top. So I'm going to keep throwing that thing over top to Shaheed till they stop it. Then you bring back Brandon Cooks. Mixed bag here in feelings with the Saints bringing in Brandon Cooks here. Brandon Cooks has been a productive receiver throughout his career in the National Football League with his various teams, Cowboys, Saints, Patriots. I'm probably forgetting a couple more, but everywhere the kids went, he's been productive, if not beset by injury. He's back. He's that veteran leader in the New Orleans Saints locker room. There's one young receiver in the Saints locker room that I spoke about last week. Bud Means. Bud Means showed flashes last year. Remember, Bud Means was hurt for the majority of the season, but when he was able to make appearances in games last year and was given an opportunity to come down with the football, the kid did it. And by the way, he's that big, I keep saying big physical wide receiver that the Saints reportedly, and many keep saying that they need to go out and get. They're kind of on the team. Kevin Austin Jr., big physical receiver, had his moments last year. He's on the team. So the New Orleans Saints wide receiver room is in decent shape. It's good. I ain't gonna say decent. I think the New Orleans Saints wide receiver room, barring injuries, in good shape. I just like Bud Means. I think there's something about Bud Means, family. That kid plays with a disposition about himself. So all these rumors about the Saints going to give up Chris Olave, what the hell would they be getting back for Chris Olave? I don't want a future asset for a young asset. You go get a future young asset for a young asset that has had over 1,000 yards 2 of his 3 years in the National Football League. I ain't doing it. That would be a mistake. And I'm picking up the 5th-year option. Hands down. Which I believe they did. So Chris Olave ain't gone nowhere. He ain't being no Steeler. Aaron Rodgers ain't coming to New Orleans. You might get another veteran quarterback, but I guarantee you, I don't see it being Aaron Rodgers. No way, no sir, no how. No way. And I know many of y'all out there don't even want Aaron Rodgers. All right. New Orleans 504 says, bring back Michael Thomas, a.k.a. Slat Boy. Listen, Mike hasn't signed with anyone since the Saints let him go. I don't know if he's healthy, but you got to figure somebody would have by now picked him up. I haven't even heard of Mike even doing any workouts, fam. All right. T Mama, how you doing? Come on in. T Mama's in the building, baby. Also, my guy, Kyle the Great, the Know the Chop podcast. If you're not subscribed, baby, go over there and subscribe. Kyle, I believe I subscribed to your channel. If I did, I'm gonna double check after we get through today, brother. I will be subscribing, but I think I did the other day. It's kind of all kilter right now in my memory, but thank you for being here, fam. As always, he says, good shape, not great, but good point about Bud means he did show flashes when healthy, but hoping he can improve and be productive. Exactly, my brother. I mean, again, I just love the production, and I mean the plays that Kevin Austin Jr. made last year. He's another big physical receiver. So, like I said, the Saints have some big physical young receivers on it, currently on the roster. So we will see if these young men can step up. Now, well, I think the Saints definitely should look for veteran tight end. No, veteran is tight end run. Again, we have no idea when Taysom Hill's coming back. We know Foster Moreau, he had a nasty season-ending injury. Also, we don't know how soon he's going to be back on the field. We know we got Jawan Johnson. We know we got last year's one of the top undrafted free agent signing, tight end Dalton Holker, who there was a lot of hope and promise for during the offseason, but none of that came to fruition during the season. Hopefully this coaching staff can unlock the talent that many see and believe that this young man has. And who else was I'm thinking about? That's about it. And the young man they drafted from UCLA in the 7th round. It's going to be like, shout out to Ross Jackson. Brother Ross said, it's going to be between Holker and him. Which one of those two makes the team? Or do any of them make the team? Because remember, teams are always scurrying the waiver wire during preseason training camp. Who's getting released? And if they have scouted this player before and had a good grade on that player, and that player becomes free, best believe they'll bring him in if they feel he's an upgrade over what they have. And when a team brings in players at your position, if you're not the starter and entrenched as the starter, your antenna should go up. You should start hearing a beep sound. Beep, 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 beep. Danger, 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 danger. Because you, my friend, could be in the midst of being released or cut. I'm just saying. All right, let's go back to the comments. Who else we got there? Man, appreciate you, Kai. Young City Night Walk is in the building, baby. Come on in. What's going on with you, baby? Doing good. Thank you for being here. Let's see. My guy, nephew, what's up, baby? No cap, no filter, Saints, Marley G, baby. Everybody, go over, subscribe. It's no cap, it's no filter, it's straight Saints talk, baby. He gives it to you just how he sees it, baby. Cap, what's going on with you? Cap says fanhood or who's the most true fan isn't about who criticizes your team the least, and you can't pick and choose what's acceptable for criticism. I have fan police fatigue. Who that? You got to, man. And see that thank you, Cap. And see that's the thing, man. Just because we're a fan of a team doesn't mean we can't voice our displeasure with their performance. We can't voice our displeasure with the management of this team. We can't voice our displeasure of the management for not having a replacement plan for when Drew Brees walked away. we can be upset because this management refused to accept reality and realize the Sean Payton era was over, and they hired one of the biggest mistakes in franchise history as a head coach in Dennis Allen. The hiring of Dennis Allen was up there with Mike Dickers. And damn it, I don't know who is worse. One, for getting mad at the fans who were saying things he didn't like, so he grabbing his crotch at him. The other one for running behind going up to a Falcons coach trying to console him and say that, I'm sorry, that ain't the way we do football, and throwing his team under the bus. I don't know who was the worst. I'll let you decide, fam. All right. But yeah, Cap, listen, you go. It's simple, man. You tell what you see and what you feel. Now, when we are sitting here, what I've learned when I'm just me, I can't talk about. When I'm sitting here, what I've learned that I have to do, there are times I have to separate Dolph the fan from Dolph the media person. You understand what I'm saying? There are times I have to separate that person, because there are times where I have let Dolph the fan manage my thoughts and emotions about a certain situation. So I had to become more of a thinker. You understand? And speak from a place that is real and that is facts of what I see and how I see it. Because it's all our opinions, no matter who they are. It's all just our opinions. But what I want to do and what I always will do is give you all the real. Keep it real with you, baby. Got to. Just like you keep it real with me. That's why I love you, family. If I'm out of line, family members, and let me know. Oh, nah, Dolph, you tripping. Dolph, you out your mind. And you know, I didn't let you know, man, fam, you out your mind. You tripping. But that's family. That's what we do. You understand? But Cap, I understand what you're saying, man. I ain't here to tickle nobody's ear. And I'm talking to the players too, because a lot of players, they be watching these podcasts and everything, and when something is said that they don't like about them, they get up all in their feelings. Damn it, play better. Play better. Catch the damn ball, block somebody, run the ball, don't throw intercepts, don't fumble the ball, make better coaching decisions, build a better roster, make better decisions in management, and damn it, you won't hear us complain. Get all that straight. For all the ones out there who don't like what fans or people who cover the team on a daily basis say things that are not in your favor, because the things that you are doing are showing that you are not being successful, you are not going by it the right way. But again, what the hell do we know? Popping the gum. We just fans. I know your ass ain't win nothing since Sean Payton left. Know that. No success. 4 straight losing seasons. Staring number 5 straight dead in the face. 5 straight losing seasons. I ain't for it. I was asked by my brother, shout out to Real Fan Sports, Zach and 9P, Nonfiction. Zach asked me, Dolph, how many wins you got the Saints with? I haven't seen them play yet, Zach. I haven't seen them on the field yet, bro. I don't know the makeup of this team going into week 1 into October, bro. But as of right now, 3 wins. 3-14. Prove me wrong. 3-14. Look at the quarterback room. We draft a tackle who played left tackle his whole career, and we got him at left tackle and left guard. We drafted a tackle last year. There was a right tackle. We put him at left tackle. A couple years before that, we draft a left tackle, and he comes in, and we put him at right tackle. Then left tackle. No, we start him out at left tackle. Then we don't play him. We bring people off the street. Then we sit him. Then the next year, we throw him in the fire at right tackle. Saints are always trying to cross-train somebody. Never leaving nobody at home. I understand about if a player's able to do more than one thing, how that could possibly save a roster spot. But how about you draft a damn player who did play multiple positions in college instead of 95 or 96% of the time, just one. I'm just saying. All right, get back to the comments. T Mama say, what are they doing on Airline Highway? Listen, they're trying to get it right. Listen, they're trying to get it right. I like the restraint that they've had this year. I'm not upset with this all season. Really, I'm not. Kellen Moore is a better hire than any of us thought they can get. And I was listening to NFL Sirius Radio as I do on a daily basis, and I forgot who it was. I apologize for that, but there was someone who said that Kellen Moore family wanted. No, I'm gonna say it again. That Kellen Moore wanted the Saints job. He didn't just settle for it because it was the last job available. These persons said that Kellen Moore wanted the Saints job badly. And remember what we were saying while this whole process was going on? I want, and we should want, who wants to be in New Orleans. And Kellen Moore, by these reports, wanted to be in New Orleans. Now he's here. Honeymoon period is over for me. Some of y'all may want to give him a honeymoon period. It is over. It's time to get to work. They've been getting to work trying to reshape this roster. They're becoming smarter with the cap. They got $30 million back from Derek Carr, which is strange as hell. You had some NFL greats say, former New Orleans Saint linebacker Scott Shanley say that don't even sound right. I've heard other national correspondents say there's no way in hell I would have gave $30 million back. I'd have rehab and went on injured reserve, but I wasn't getting that up. So what does that tell you? Somewhere along the line, Derek Carr dropped the ball. Him and his team, they dropped the ball. And as you've heard numerous reports that it is believed that the Saints informed them, or could have informed them like, hey, we're going to try to recoup this $30 million because you didn't report when you got hurt at a time and at a timely time. So we shall see. No Cap says, I can't wait to see an upset. Mo Tutties, I remember Sean was young, a baby face, but when he went in tyrant mode, he didn't play. I want to see a Mo Tutties has the same type of backbone and respect. Same thing here, man. I want to see it too, Cap. When you look at Kellen Moore, it's funny, man. And I was saying it too in the process. Damn it, does he look like he's a leader of men? But damn it, we find it out. And we go find out. He no doubt, family, talking about Kellen Moore, he has a task in front of him. But a task that I do believe is not impossible. And I'm going to keep saying this, family. Why not us? Why can't the 2025 New Orleans Saints be the 2023 Houston Texans and the 2024 Washington Commanders? Why not us? You think those fan bases? You remember the scrutiny that those teams were under when they hired their first year head coaches? Kind of familiar. But one thing that both of those teams got right, they were fortunate to get right. They got that young quarterback. They hit on that young quarterback. And that's what has to happen for the New Orleans Saints. They have to hit on that young quarterback. For you see, if Tyler SHOUGH does turn out to be the man, the guy, the quarterback that this team needs and has needed since the retirement of Drew Brees, look out, because he's on a rookie contract. If Spencer Rattler somehow turns out to be that guy, he's on a rookie contract. If Jake almost said it. No, well, joking aside, if Jake Haener turns out to be that guy, don't stop laughing. I'm stop. But serious though, man. If Jake Haener turns out to be that guy, rookie contract. Or if not, family, we gonna be in the draft next year looking for a quarterback. There are already odds out there for the same being in the draft. Jerry, stop laughing, brother. Stop trying not to laugh. Or being in the quarterback business next year for a young quarterback. We got to see, baby. We just got to see. They got to get out there, baby. They got to perform. But whoever's the young quarterback must be protected. The offensive line, I'm just talking about the offensive side of the ball. Everything is going to start with that offensive line. And here's my thinking. If the New Orleans Saints offensive line, which by the way gave up only about 37 sacks last year, which is not terrible. But if the New Orleans Saints offensive line can gel, if those two young bookends, center, right guard, and whoever is the left guard can gel, and most importantly, stay healthy for the majority of the season. If we can get 13 or 14 games with our starting offensive line this coming season, I think that bodes well for the New Orleans Saints. I'm confident. You all know I'm confident in FORGOING. I watched Calvin Banks at the University of Texas 3 years. I know the talent that young man has. We know the talent Eric McCoy has. We know the talent that Cesar Ruiz has. He just has to stop being so damn inconsistent. It drives you mad. Who's going to be that right guard? Will it be Dylan Ruiz? Will it be Nick Saldiveri? Will it be Will Campbell? And what do the Saints do with Trevor Penning? Do they try to move him inside? Do the Saints try to do what the Eagles did last season with Mekhi Becton when turning the former tackle into a right guard? Or will they leave Penning as the swing tackle? I personally think he should be the swing tackle. A lot of you are saying, he'll make a perfect guard. Going from the outside playing in space to the inside and playing in an alley is not as easy as you guys may think. You can't just flip a switch and it goes off like that. There are nuances to this thing. But the offensive line, not just the starters, but the Saints must have quality depth behind the starters on that offensive line. They must have 3 players, in my opinion, that they can count on. I don't think they can afford to go into the season with less than 8 offensive linemen. If you go through the last several years of history of this team and their injury problems, hell, I may try to go into the season with 9, but at least 8. You have to. With two of the 8 able to play multiple positions, such as Will Campbell, guard, center. That is a must. Offensive line. The offensive line could determine how many games this team wins this year and how successful Kellen Moore's offense is this year. Because if the offensive line is gelling and the Saints are able to run the ball, it takes pressure off your young quarterback. If they're able to run the ball and yet safeties, you suck those safeties up, play action pass, you can hit them over the top. You can get your receiver, your tight end down the seam. Another aspect of the Saints game that has been inconsistent for years now is the screen game. We got to get our screen game going back, family. Got to get it going. All right. Go hit some comments. You know, we had a couple people comment, including my brothers in here. Hoodie Juve. Thank you for being here, Hoodie. Thank you for the $4.99, my brother. Appreciate you as always. Hey, if you need a vehicle, go see my boy Hoodie. All right. Who else is in here? That's right. Hoodie's in here. He's in the building. Trey, big bro. What's up, Trey? All right. Trey said, what up, Dolph? The fact that Loomis is still looming around the organization still got my fingers crossed with my optimism for this team in next season. I totally understand that, man. But the man, he trying to right some of his wrongs, man. I got to give him that, man. I love the fact that, hey, Derek Carr, you gonna give us some of that money back. We need that bread back. We need that out you, man. You dropped the ball. Look, we'll give you 10, but we need that 30 back. Or we going litigation. We go fight for our bread. I like that. But that also shows that he sees and understands this team needs all the capital it could get to get out of this funk, this bad cap situation that we're in year after year that really has become normal. As a Saints fan, really, do you guys still worry about the cap? Yeah, I don't. The year this team overcame $100 and something million in cap, or being over the cap, man, I sit back, I put my feet back, I relax, family, and I grab me a drink. Because damn it, I'm good. I like listening to the national media, because those who don't cover the team on a regular basis, who just go by a little hearsay or go by things from the past, they quick to say, and with the Saints being in the cap hell, that's what they all say. Don't even know. Like I heard one other day, the Saints bad cap situation. If I was able to call up, I would just call up and say, hey, dummy, the Saints are $27 million over the cap. And by the way, they're getting $30 million back June the 2nd. Genius. But that's because they don't do their homework. They go with the narrative. They run with it. Can't do that, man. All right. Yes, still more depth on our defensive line. I love to see them go out and bring some more defensive line help in. I got to stop saying I'm trying to stop it, fam. I'm getting I hate when look, I just said it again. Anyway, Kyle, you're right. We need more defensive line interior help. We got to get started against the run. We got to start winning on first down. How many years you guys have been hearing me say the last 2 or 3 years when we're live streaming, we're doing the games? I tell you, pay attention to first down. Either you get ahead of the chains or you get behind the chains. If you allow the offense to get ahead of the chains, second down, third down, they can dictate more to the defense. If you're the defense and you put them behind the chains on second down, now you're able to dictate more to the offense. You cut down what's available to them as an offense. You cut down what the offensive coordinator has at his disposal as far as the play calling sheet goes. So when we watching games, family, you gonna hear me say it all this season too. First down. Think about this. So here's what I mean for those of you who are not really following what I'm saying. So let's say it's 1st and 10. Saints playing the Bucks. Bucks have the ball 1st and 10. It's a run. So let's say that run is for 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. That's ahead of schedule to me. Okay, I know the average. People say you want to get on the ground is 4 yards, but 3 yards. Hey, you're ahead of the chains. A yard. Now, how about a stop in the backfield for a loss of 3, loss of 2? Now you put the offense behind the chains. Now instead of 2nd and 7, you got 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. See what I mean? It becomes more difficult on the play caller and the offense to succeed. That's all your boy means. T Mama said it's a new season. Let's see. Kai said, "Dog, you should be a comedian." Nah, man. Hey, he on the roster, baby. He on the roster. He on the roster, bro. He on the roster. That's all I can say. The brother's on the roster. All right. Trey says, I'm getting teased by coworkers saying that we tanking for Manning next year. And I tell them I hope not because I'm not a fan. The kid not coming out. That kid's going to play this entire season. He's going to play next season. Why come out? When he does come out, if he performs with like everybody expects him to perform, the same money that he would have got in 2026 will be there in 2027. And by the way, he comes from money. He goes to University of Texas. You know that alumni there? Oh, believe me, his NIL, he paid. He good with bread. So it ain't a money thing. It's all about staying in college and developing. You got to. And listen, the good thing is he's playing in the SEC now. Not only are they playing Oklahoma, they're playing Florida. They're playing Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Kentucky. Yeah, I say Kentucky. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Man, put some respect on Vanderbilt's name, man. How about them Commodores had to win the season? I'm saying, though, the competition, man, with all respects to the Big 12, which is big boy football, but that SEC, man, it's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet, man. But, again, with Arch Manning, Kai, man, I see Arch, man, as a player that is immensely talented. The one thing he has that I think he definitely got from his dad and his grandpa is the ability to run. Because his two uncles, brother, they weren't no spring chickens. They weren't no gazelles out there, but Arch can get up and go. But this season, man, he wins the starting job at Texas. He's playing in the pro-style offense with Coach SHOUGH there. So everything's right there for him, man. The kid is talented. He is talented. Just watch him play. All we can do, like we got to do this same season, college football, everything, family. Watch him play. That's it. Watch him play. Because no matter what we say, no matter what they say, what don't lie? Film don't lie. It's all going to be right there on tape. And we shall see. All right. Let's see who else we got in here. Hoodie says, Trey, Arch has to have a Joe Burrow kind of year to come out in next year's draft. A lot of inside sources are saying he will come out in 2027, most likely. Exactly, Hoodie. Exactly. Trey, why? I'm curious, Trey. Why are you not a fan? I'm just curious why you're not a fan. T Mama said we need them Home Depot screens as well. All right. All right. Cap says I have us with 4 to 5 wins, but boy, I'm excited to see what unfolds. And it's that off chance that we may hit on head coach or both head coach and QB. And if not, next draft is promising. Can't wait for the youngins to play. Same here, man. I mean, listen. This team comes in this season with less expectations than teams in the past. And a lot of us, from what I've been seeing, and me included, are excited because we realize we have to go through this storm that's coming. We got to go through this storm that we're already in, but we got to go through the remainder of this storm to come out the other side where it's sunshine, beautiful weather, and the rest of the National Football League is going to have to deal with us once again as being a major problem. Week in, week out, season in, season out. It's coming. Hold on, baby. Just hold on. Randy, how you doing? Had we drafted Shadur Sanders, this would have us winning double-digit games. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Stop that, bro. I like Shadur. I think Shadur go be a good play, though I think he set up the field in Cleveland, but that's for another time. But even if the Saints selected Shadur, you think this team's gonna be better than 3 or 5 wins in the season? Right now, how they're constructed? No. Again, we haven't gotten to the season yet, but no, brother. A double-digit win team? Nah, I don't even see it, bro. Respectfully, my brother, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. But hey, I understand though. All right. Oh, my brother, Tedra. We will be better than people think. Who that? Hey, bro. I hope you're right. Again, I say, why not us? Cap says, dog, who do you have our wins against this season? Oh man, I mean, listen, we did the schedule release, bro, and I really don't like doing it, bro, because these teams aren't finalized yet. They aren't a finished product. I mean, we haven't seen preseason games. We haven't got the final roster cuts. You know what I'm saying? We haven't got the final roster leading up to week 1. The games in week 1. I tell you what I do. Like right now, bro, I got us for 3 wins. Y'all know who I'm getting 2 against. If y'all know who I'm saying we got 2 wins against, put it in the chat, and I want to see how well y'all know your boy though. And if we here, see if we here together. If we here together. Blaze, how you doing? Come on in. Blaze in the building, baby. Rose City, Ro, how you doing, Ro? Come on in. All right. Who else we got in here? The Nola Chop Podcast, God of Grace says, I don't expect nothing major this season from our team. This is a slow build, but the main thing I'm looking for is for us to be competitive. There you go. There you go. Competitive. And let me say this. A lot of us in Who That Nation were upset. How we don't get the primetime game. Who the hell want to see the Saints on primetime games? Have y'all watched this team the last several years on primetime games? Were you not embarrassed, ashamed, disgusted, disappointed, humiliated? Hell no. They don't deserve to be on primetime TV. I didn't want them on primetime TV. Now I know each and every single Sunday, either 12 or 3:25, the Saints gonna be playing. And I ain't got to worry about rushing home on Monday night or Thursday night. So I'm fine with it. But I'm saying all that to say, family, go out there and earn it next year. Go out there and earn it. Make the networks have to put you on prime time because you must see for the right reasons. Because they ain't putting you on there the wrong reasons. Who want to see the Saints? Who want to see that debacle? Got shut out in Green Bay. The embarrassment with Bo Nix and the Broncos came to Superdome and did us. Who the hell want to see the Saints on prime time? And if any of them are feeling some type of way, I'm talking about the management, the coaches, or any of the players who are on this team from last year, do something about it on the field. And earn a prime time spot for 2026. Because 2025, simply put, guys, we didn't earn it and we didn't deserve it. So I'm fine with it. All right, Randy says, that's what I'm saying, bro. All the so-called no ball knowers. Gotcha. Let's see. Trying to get everybody in here before I get out. Randy says, that's what I'm saying. They're downplaying us only because we didn't draft Shadua, but who's to say Tyler Shuck won't look better than him? Who's to say, bro? You know? But like I said, the one thing that Tyler's got to work on, family, Tyler's got to work on standing his ass in there under pressure, bro. Listen, no quarterback likes pressure in the face. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, all the greats you can name. They do not like, no quarterback likes pressure in their face. But what separates the greats from the goods to the not so good is that ticker in their chest, that hope and the ability and want to stand in that pocket, knowing you about to get leveled and deliver an accurate, catchable ball. All right. Stinky Dirty, you already know who it is. You know who it is. All right. Transparent Moment says, Kyle, subscribe to his channel, to my ministry channel. Okay. You saying subscribe to your channel? Hey, put your link in the Transparent. Put your link in the chat, so that way everybody can hit the link and go subscribe. Kai, matter of fact, put your link in the chat too, bro, before I get out of here, so we all can go and make sure everybody subscribe. Trey says, man, it's processing it. Oh, okay, it's processing and reads. Still has not transferred on the field. He forces throws in tight windows. His mechanics are too suspect for me to be a fan of him as a quarterback. Okay, so Trey, do you think those are areas that he can improve in as he gets more playing time this upcoming season? All right, who else we got? Uncle Jerry's in the building. All right, that's Blaze, our brother Blaze. Just Blaze. That's Blaze channel right there. So we need to subscribe to Blaze channel. Okay, thank you, Jerry. Jerry's got, there he is right there for Kai's channel. For everybody want to subscribe and go to Kai's channel, man. That's it right there. Kai the Great. Hold on, what's the other channel Jerry just put in there for me? Okay, that's the channel right there for our brother Blaze. Go to Blaze channel, subscribe. Who else we got? Believe that's it. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Listen, family. Thank you, Kai. I got to go to. Listen, I'm calling the game, family. I'm calling Game 7. OKC, Denver. The winner advances to the Western Conference Finals. Hey, I'll see y'all in a minute. But before we get out of here, let's see. Trying to get everybody's comment. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. Oh, hold on. I know my boy's not in the building. I know my little bro's not in the building. Till, what's happening, baby? Come on in. Man, where you been, baby? I got to have you. Hey, Till, I need you on the show with me next Sunday, man. I need you to come in. If you're able to squeeze it in, bro. If you're available next Sunday, brother, I need you to come on in, bro, with your boy next Sunday. Matter of fact, next Sunday, family, we will have Saints Sideline reporter, my guy, Mr. Jeff Nowak. Jeff will be joining us next Sunday. Around we'll be on at 3:05 p.m. next Sunday. Jeff Nowak, sideline reporter, WWL radio host, will be on with us next Sunday, family. And tomorrow night, family, our special guest, that's right, we'll be on tomorrow night, special time, 8 p.m. Central. We'll be on tomorrow night with Saints USA Wire author and editor, the one and only, this man just keeps it real about the Saints all the time, baby. John Sigler. Sig's coming back in to sit down with us for a little while and chop it up about our New Orleans Saints. So listen, family, Till, hit me up, baby. Glad to see you, fam. So with all that being said, family, look, your boy Dolph got to get out of here. Going on. I'll be right back on here. Also want to come on in Sports Network with the coverage of Game 7 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets. One of the best times in all the sports, best sayings in all the sports, baby. Game 7 is win or go home. And yeah, I did see the picture of Rattler with Mahomes. I hope a lot of that talent rub off on Rattler. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, family. All right, family, with that being said, this has been the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. I'm your host, Dolph Jackson. And like always, family, the doors are now open. So come on in. See you in a little